11th year of nursing and have worked for Henry Ford since 2014. I'm an educator on a general practice unit where we do care for COVID patients, most of which are fully vaccinated. The threat from my employer all started in March of 2020 when I, like many others, received an email stating that I was deployed inpatient to help during the pandemic and to care for COVID patients. If I did not accept, I would be suspended for 3 days, offered the same assignment, and if I refused, I would be fired. I was deployed for 3 months and received no COVID pay while caring for COVID patients. We did run out of PPE, received 1 surgical mask per week, and even had to wear trash bags as gowns at one point. In June of 2021, I received an email from Henry Ford threatening termination of employment, this time for noncompliance with their COVID vaccine mandate by September 10th. The hospital offered COVID listening sessions for staff to ask questions. I attended and I did ask questions respectfully. Shortly after, I was greeted by the chief nursing officer and administration stating they noticed I was at the sessions and that I seemed distressed. They said I needed to take a week off of work to think. I was told that as a leader, it is not my job to question policy. This was followed up with an email from the CNO stating I would be off work for the week and I needed to report to her upon my return. When I did return, I was pulled aside for a meeting with the CNO, HR, and leadership in the middle of my 12-hour shift with a 6-patient assignment and a nursing student. I was warned that I could have been fired for my questions at the listening session. I was warned that as a leader, I must get on board with what the system is doing. I was told not to answer any further questions regarding the COVID vaccine. I was offered help finding another job and told that if I disagree with this mandate, I should be respectful to leadership and administration and resign my position. Since then, I've been pulled aside almost every shift by management and asked, do you have questions about the mandate or your termination? How do you feel about me posting your position? It's constant harassment. All managers have been sent a list of employees on their unit who have not been vaccinated. These staff are now being pulled aside one by one and questioned. They are being pressured, coerced, and intimidated into receiving the vaccine. They are being told they won't be able to find other jobs in healthcare, and those in school are being told they must comply in order to receive future education. We have now been branded anti-vaxxers and have a scarlet letter on our chest. I ask you, what happened to HIPAA? Is medical segregation okay? Now Henry Ford is offering a $10,000 sign-on bonus for nurses and $25 extra an hour for extra shifts. They are actively recruiting Canadian nurses and agency nurses to fill our positions. We went from hero to zero, essential to expendable. Please, I ask you to consider who will care for you when Henry Ford forces us to voluntarily resign our position for refusal of vaccine mandate. After working through this entire pandemic, risking our lives and staying healthy, they will even make receiving unemployment a challenge. Please help us support our freedom of choice. It is the best thanks you can give to all healthcare workers and to your community. Our body, our choice, and as we said when we came here, for liberty and justice for all.